Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler every series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It is a gorgeous day out. It's a little bit dreary and overcast, to be fair. But for me, I like overcast days anyway. But on top of that, it's like we're in the very early beginnings of February, and it's like 60 degrees out right now. Which, global warming and such, and probably not the best thing for the future. But, I'm going to take a little win if I can right here. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my one-arm boxer shirt, starring the late, great Jimmy Wang Yu, and done in a very cool comic book style. I love this shirt, man. If you are unfamiliar with the one-arm boxer, and if you're somehow unfamiliar with the late, great Jimmy Wang Yu, you need to get yourself educated. Aside from being into music and comics and video games and food, I'm also a huge martial arts movie fan. Love it. Pretty much the genre as a whole. I love it. And Jimmy Wang Yu is one of the pinnacle people in the history of martial arts cinema. And this particular film, I personally think, is an absolute classic. You know what I mean? Look, it's of its time, to be fair. It's not going to appeal to everybody. But damn, do I love this movie. Flat out, I'm watching this over Enter the Dragon every time. And no offense to Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon, it's a classic. But Jimmy Wang Yu, man. Sadly, he passed away just, I think, a couple years ago or something like that. It really sucked, but, Anyway, what am I trying for your day, folks? What are we doing here? Well, happens to be a Thursday. And what with it being a Thursday, I decided to go over there and do a little wheeling and dealing, as it were. Because I decided to hop out to, boom, Buffalo Wild Wings. Because, folks, on Thursdays, they have a deal through their website. I think you can do it in-store, too. I don't know. I never go to the store. But you can go over there, you can get buy one, get one free on their boneless wings. So I went over there and I was like, screw it, man. I've done this a few times now for reviews and stuff. I decided I'd check out a couple of their flavors that I haven't reviewed before. We got the spicy garlic and the jammin' jalapeno. I think for this one, we're going to start with the spicy garlic, and we'll save the jammin' jalapeno for the next one. So, it looks like this. Ha 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 ha. Can we get a thing? These right here are the spicy garlic. These are both of the medium heat variety. And we got a fork. So, let's go ahead, give them a shot. Like I said, I haven't tried these before. Spicy garlic. Okay. Alright. It does what it says it's going to do. It's got a little bit of a spice and it's got some garlickiness to it. I have to admit, I was kind of hoping these would be a little bit better. They're not bad, but I don't know, in my head, maybe I built them up a little bit too much. The chicken itself is perfectly fine. It's Buffalo Wild Wings. It's not the best chicken that you could possibly get, but it's not, it's nothing bad or anything. It's got a nice little crunch to it, which I do appreciate. Although primarily the exterior lacks, proper crunchiness. But, again, it's certainly livable. The main thing I'm reviewing is really the sauce. I don't know, this one's kind of, I was expecting this one to be kind of a safe bet, because it's like spicy garlic. How can you go wrong? And while I don't know that they went wrong per se, I don't know. Like I said, I was expecting more. I think the issue I'm having with it, it feels maybe just a bit too homogenous. Like, I don't know, the spiciness kind of goes, or I'm sorry, the garlickiness kind of goes throughout the entire eating experience. And the spice kind of kicks in a little bit afterwards. It's not particularly spicy, to just get that out of the way. But it gives you a little heat, and it's a medium heat one, so fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of just reminds me, and I kind of wonder if this is basically just what they did. I'm wondering if they just went over there and used basically like a buffalo sauce as a base, and then just added some garlic to it. Because that's really what it kind of tastes like. It's just, it doesn't have quite the same zippiness, quite the same zing that you would get from like a proper buffalo sauce. But it has a similar kind of profile to it. Just if you replace that kind of that sort of zingy flavor with more of a garlickiness. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. These aren't bad, but I actually feel they're kind of weak. Yeah, for sure. Again, like, there's nothing horrible about them, but I don't feel like the two main flavors, the garlic and the spiciness, are really being highlighted properly. Again, they just have this sort of general homogenous flavor that they've sort of come together with. And neither one really stands that strong. It's just kind of, instead of working together and, kind of highlighting the benefits of both, they've just come together and they sort of clash a little bit, Not in a way that it makes it taste bad, but in a way that makes it just very kind of like it's very unimpressive. And that's the thing with Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, I've noticed that as I've been reviewing more of their stuff. Their sauces tend to be very hit or miss. Like, some of them I think are genuinely really really positive. Some of them are just, I don't know if I've had one that's been outright bad, but yeah, this is definitely on the weaker end. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get him again? Would I recommend him? No, not particularly. It's, look, it's one of their normal sauces. It's obviously, I'm sure it has its fans. I don't know. For me, I'm not feeling it. I really expected to. I thought it would be really tasty. It's not in any way hugely negative, but I really expected it to have more personality instead of just kind of an, overall just kind of flavor. Yeah, so for me, I would definitely avoid this one personally. Definitely not going to go on my list of personal favorites from Buffalo Wild Wings. And if I'm recommending them, it's like, yeah, man, they're not horrible or anything, but it's like, I just feel like, especially you've got a wide array of, sauces as possibilities. This one, I just don't, I don't think it's quite up there, I just think there's other available options that I personally think are better. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of months, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly proper spicy garlic-tastic rest of your life, because there's no reason why that flavor combination shouldn't work. Just final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes. And unfortunately, when we find ourselves in situations like that, our natural instinct can be to just go over there and let out our inner asshole, you know? And sometimes it's going to happen, but it's important we try at least. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, you know, maybe the spicy garlic is your personal favorite from Buffalo Wild Wings. If that's the case, you know, by all means, you know, hit me up in the comments. Let me know, what do you like about it? You know, is there a specific, you know, like item that you prefer it on? You know, maybe it's better with the bone-in wings. Maybe it's better on a sandwich. Because again, I feel like this one should have been really positive, and it's just very meh. You know, but again, at the same time, I'm sure it has its fans. It's, you know, so. Or conversely, you could probably spend your time significantly more productive ventures. I would recommend that. Maybe, like, learn a new language or something like that. I really, really need to learn a new language. Like, I love English, and I like to think I'm pretty good with it for the most part. But it's like, man, I need to, at the very least, I should probably learn, like, some conversational Spanish. Just so that I can, you know, kind of make my way through my work environment a little bit easier. Because we do have guys that I work with who do not speak much English, and I speak no Spanish. So it's like, we do one of those things. Anyway, bye!